Hi. I wanted to talk a little bit about how targeted parents should respond to the bashing and the bad mouthing that often takes place at the alienating parent's home. And this is something that targeted parents, something I know I struggled with quite a lot during the first couple years. What is the appropriate response? Do you get angry and frustrated and express that frustration in front of your kids? Obviously that's not the right response. That just creates more tension and puts kids even more in the middle of things. Do you take the high road and just ignore it and pretend like it's not happening? Well, turns out that's not the right way to deal with it either, because then it will have just this insidious effect on the kids as time goes by. And there's actually a book that was written by an excellent author, Dr. Amy J.L. Baker, entitled Beyond the High Road. And in this book, she talks about the importance of the targeted parent calling out these behaviors to the kids and letting them know that you're very disappointed that these kinds of things are going on, and that they're not acceptable, and that that it will ultimately have a harmful effect on them. And you do it, though, in a very delicate, very diplomatic way without bashing the other parent. And so, unfortunately, I learned this lesson, I think, a little too late, but kind of late in the game. I did at one point write a letter to my kids expressing these thoughts, which were very much overdue. And so I'm hoping that others might learn something from this for what it's worth, and that they won't wait too long as I did. And so this is a letter that I wrote to my kids. Of course, I addressed it to them, and then I said, "It has now been 3 years since your mom and I divorced, and it's obvious that there is still a lot of pain. The divorce wounds are still open. This is not how it should be. In most divorces, the wounds eventually heal, and the kids eventually enjoy a good relationship with both of their parents. But this hasn't happened for us. I've suspected for some time that your mom continues to badmouth me in her home, and that she does it in front of you guys, and that she does it frequently. Your mom denied this every time I asked her about it, but I suspected it was happening anyway. The proof finally came during all this latest crazy legal stuff. When I learned of the terrible things that were being said about me in front of you guys, it brought tears to my eyes. The things being said about me were so insulting and so highly inappropriate that I don't even want to repeat them in this letter. You guys know what I'm talking about because you were there. Bad mouthing is destructive. It makes kids feel like they have to choose between their parents. It makes kids fear showing loyalty to the other parent. It makes kids not let themselves have a good time when they're with the other parent. In extreme cases, it even makes kids hate the other parent. One parent becomes all good, and the other parent becomes all bad. This is not how it should be. It's against everything that the Bible teaches. The truth is that every person is a mixture of good and bad, and everybody needs the grace of God. The things your mom has been saying about me are not true, and deep down you know they're not true. I'm the same dad I've always been. I'm the same dad who had great, loving relationships with all three of his kids before the divorce. Why do you think I drive over 16,000 miles each year to be with you guys? Why do you think Rachel and I face all the financial and social challenges of living our lives in two different states? The answer is that it's because I'm your dad, and because I love you, and I'm happy to do it, and so is Rachel. You guys should have the benefit of both of your parents. You're old enough now to help rebuild the bridge. My heart aches when I think about all that you guys are going through and everything that you're missing out on. Love, Dad.